So I did my homework. You got like close to 100 rap battles. Near 100.
It might be 100 now.
I think it's like 85 or something.
I'm in the 90s now. I'm definitely in the 90s now. I think
this.
I might have 80 some on camera.
On camera.
See?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Cause Core got battles, man, that never came out.
Yeah, and that you hear with word of mouth in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like this happened that day in this park.
No,
or
I
this
know.
block.
Oh, I know they went down because I'm battle. I'm in battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
Even like the vaulted battles you
yeah,
like,
yeah,
about the vaulted battles,
yeah.
and then he talking about stuff that just happened
off camera.
Yeah. I mean that's well beyond, you know. But even like since the structure of battle, like it's close to 100. You know, when I reach that feat, I think they do it for battle rappers. Like there's a site like Verse Tracker, and once they record the 100th one, they'll like announce it and let you know. You know, so I know I'm close to there, but you know when I hit it, it is.
Yeah, that's fire. So when did you get your feet wet with the battle rapping? Like it was early.
Yeah, because when you came around, it wasn't the way it is now. Like you could just walk up and be like, I want a battle rap.
I feel like my era turned it into a business. Like my class, we turned it into a business to where we were selling tickets, we were selling venues, we were selling out shows, we were traveling on tours and going to different countries. Yeah. You know, so but it was just, to be honest with you, a lot of people don't know this, but DJ Vlad did battles. It was called Butcher Battles. And he used to do them at what's the spot in the city? Fat Beats.
Oh, okay.
And he used to host battles there, open mic battles. So one day, rest in peace, AD the General. She called me up and was like, yo, I signed you up for this battle thing. I know you did Fight Club, and even those footages never came out. But she was like, and you're the nicest Spanish nigga in the hood, and niggas need to see you, so I signed you up. And I'm like, yo, AD, it's a tournament? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, AD, I don't even know if I have that many verses. Because back then, that wasn't writing battles out. It's just how many verses you got. Have. Yeah, so she was like, I don't care, niggas can't fuck with you. You're going. I said, when is it? Tomorrow. What? She's like, yes, tomorrow. I'm going with you.
And you just chilling.
I was like, yeah. So
I got like 3 raps in the book right now.
Yeah.
Like.
So you know, I had a lot of raps.
You had it,
but it weren't technically battle raps. But so then I would have to gauge who's who. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How when to hold back, when to let a clip go. Right. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the dudes battle. Yeah. So that day I go and I battle like 10 dudes. I smoke
in
all
one
of them.
day.
I smoke in the same day. And Vlad was doing it for $1,000 worth of Machiavelli gear. Not $1,000, $1,000 worth of Machiavelli gear.
Couple hoodies, couple shirts.
I don't want that shit, nigga.
I don't want that at all.
I need an opportunity. This is an opportunity.
Yeah, that's what it was. And to be honest with you, Vlad wasn't who he was.
He was just the mixtape.
He was a mixtape DJ.
Yeah, that's at the time when he was staying in New York, right?
Yeah, and then there was some judges there, G Unit judge, DJ, what's with a W. He was from like Arizona or whatever. He was there, and then there was some other 2 like industry people. I got to the end, and I battled this dude named Cyanide. Cyanide, he was respected on the open mic scene at the time. I didn't know who he was, though, because I was fairly new.
Right.
But everybody knew who was the best dude in the building. I just ran out of raps. Like, I smoked him the first round, and then when I got to the second round, I was trying to remember, like, verses, like, in my head. My rap book was empty, bro.
It's over.
So I tried to freestyle. He could freestyle better than me. He got the second. And then the third, it was like I stumbled a little bit trying to freestyle. He stumbled a little bit. So it was like go to overtime. So I'm like, fuck, man. I don't know how to freestyle. This was something I learned. Okay. So then after that, he won. He won the whole thing. But it was clear who was the best dude. You know what I'm saying? And they was just
technicality.
Like, yo, man. And it was like, yo, man, you got to learn how to freestyle. You got to learn how to incorporate things in the room. It was only a 30-second round.
I heard about this yesterday.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? From there, I was like, that's never going to happen again. Right. Like, that's what I told myself. So, from there, there was somebody had a little flip phone. Mind you, this is 2006.
That's what I was going to ask.
This is 2006, right? The dude has a little flip phone.
Little camera.
Grainy camera. You know, bullshit,
Yeah.
He recorded one of the battles that day. Just one. And it was mine versus Jay Focus. Now, the thing about this is 2006. Fast forward 2008. I don't know. We from the DVD era.
Yeah.
Nobody was really on YouTube. Nobody was online like that. So fast forward, 2008 comes. I'm watching 106 in Park, and I see Jay Focus on 106 in Park, and I'm like, I smoked him. He's the champion. Like, I'm a little salty. I'm throwing a little hate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, this,
He got the
I
belt.
should be doing this. Like,
Yeah.
and he did like 5 weeks, 6. Like, he was cooking on there. You know what I mean? So he was busting ass. And mind you, look at me. I'm hating, right? I'm
Right,
hating at the. I'm
right.
like, yo, man, it's crazy. I smoked this
trash.
nigga, right? This dude named Direct, he was starting Grind Time. A lot of people don't know World Star started with battle rap. World Star started with battle raps with the Grind Time battles.
Okay.
Yeah, so they were partnering up and they were doing daily, dropping battles daily on Grind
Yeah,
Time.
you're right.
So Direct was trying to build rosters of battle rappers, and he watched battles all over the world, and he was reaching out to battle rappers. So he went up to 106, met with Jay Focus on his own dime. Was like, yo, look, we got this thing called Grind Time, World Star Hip Hop. It's gonna be big. Listen, you're the 106 in Park champ. We need you there, right? We want you to battle Hollow the Dawn on the first Grind Time battle. So they set that up, and then he tells him, by the way, there's this one footage of you online with this Puerto Rican kid that's wild, and he's like, I need that kid's info. And he's like, oh, that's Cortez. He's like, yes, that's Cortez. Like, do you have his info? He's like, yo, he gave me this number. Mind you, it's 2 years later. I'm hating on the dude. This nigga still had my number saved.
And you still haven't.
And he still threw the alley.
You haven't
Wow.
caught wind of that video online.
I don't know what's online.
You don't even
I
know
didn't
what's
know
going
about-
on.
I didn't
That's
know
the
nothing
that's
about
the
it.
important
That's
part of the
crazy.
story
And I
right
didn't know
there.
that shit had like a little like 40,000, 50,000 views.
Yeah.
So back then that was a lot
Lot,
on YouTube.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a little viral. I didn't know. And what it was people were Googling the 106 in Park champ. Because
And
once you was on BET at that time, you was lit.
Right.
People were Googling you. You would be the talk of the town. So Jay Focus was the talk of the town.
And your history shows.
Yeah,
on
and then
there.
when
you
people was
put
Googling
his name
him,
in that pop
whoop,
up.
Cortez, and then people was, and I remember at that time my MySpace was jumping.
Yeah.
I ain't know
Now,
why.
why?
I ain't know why. I'm taking bitches and just feeling a nigga like, I don't really know
Still
what
a
it
street
is, bro.
nigga. I don't know
you
nothing
see
about
me,
that
Ma?
internet.
You
You see
see
the
me?
top 8.
What's
You
up?
see the top 8. You know what I'm saying?
Facts of
Don't
life.
fuck with me. You know.
That was facts of life back then.
So then
Love,
I just
man.
keep getting this random phone call, this random number from Orlando calling me. I'm like, man, who is this? I pick up and it's the dude Direct. And he's like, look, don't hang up. I'm doing this thing, World Star. He sends me the same
it
whole
down,
pitch.
yeah.
He's like, look, I got your number from Jay Focus. He's battling Hollow the Dawn. I don't know who Hollow the Dawn is. I don't know none of these people. I'm like, yo, bro, who you want me to battle, bro? He's like, Complex. I'm like, what's the date? He's like, August 30th, 2008. I'm like, all right, cool.
Day after my birthday.
I'm like, all right, cool, right? So he's like, all right, cool, boom. This is like in June, July, he hit me. The 30th come, I never wrote, I never did I just had bars in my head. I go there, me and Complex end up having the best battle of the night.
I didn't know.
I win the
Without you even trying.
I win the battle too. And everyone's like, yo, this nigga's nice.
was
Like,
it?
you
You
know
stole-
what I'm saying?
yeah, you stole the
Iron
show.
Solomon was there that day. Hollow was there that day, and that's when me and Hollow clicked from right there. And then I had to give Jay Focus love. I was like, yo, bro, appreciate that.
He
Like,
ain't
you
have
do
to
that.
do that.
He ain't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My number could have changed all that, you know,
Hell
and my
yeah.
whole trajectory would have been different.
Yeah, that's
So I've looked
life,
at that and I said,
man.
you know what? I shouldn't, you know what I mean? That let me learn. Never hate. You
Yeah.
never know the type of power somebody has.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or what they thinking.
That's that
Because
is
if
a
he never
lesson
did that,
learned. Hell yeah.
it could be completely different.
Yeah.
That's
You
hard.
know?
It's
And from there, it just
be
was lit.
situational,
The
man.
ball just kept rolling from there.
So August 30th, right,
Mm-hmm.
2008, Ground Time started, I battled. August 30th, 2009 is when I battled Ice. So
Ice.
that year, from that battle to that year, I had a couple Grind Time battles. I
Right.
did a Lions Den battle against Newborn, and my name started getting up. Then I battled Conceited, and then it was like, oh, nah,
Yeah.
he's
It's that.
official.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
he
then
one
from
of them.
there, it just
Yeah.
started, it was through the roof.
Yeah, I remember all that because, like I said, when I seen that had Ice battle, because Ice was that dude to me.
He was
I
the GOAT. He was the
I
GOAT.
was
He was
like,
the,
yo, who?
Nah, that nigga
who
was mad
is this?
aggressive.
They got battling Ice.
This nigga's mad aggressive.
And as soon as you start, I'm like, nah, he's fire.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Brooklyn shit.
It's a crazy trajectory, but what, like, how does it, like, that beginning? Like you said, you start out, you battled 10 people the first day, like hours after hearing you was doing this, like to like getting into it and building this culture, like helping shape it, seeing where it's at now on caffeine and all this. Yeah, like
it bugs me out, bro. It does.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what bugged me out the most. I've said this before, but I really battled in the barbershops. I really battled on the corners, right? Like there's stories. You go to Myrtle where niggas will say the projects at LG on Fort Greene.
Yeah,
or whatever. They'll be like, yo, nah, Cole was out here. Cole be rapping. I'll be going to the hood or going to school and I'll be rapping, walking down the block with my earphones. Like, they knew. You know what I'm saying? And I got booked for Australia. When I got booked for Australia and I got out there, and I did 2 different countries in Australia. Like, I didn't just do one city. Like, I did 2 different countries.
Sydney.
You know what I'm saying? Cities.
Sydney.
But, no, I didn't do Sydney. I did Melbourne and I did Brisbane. But,
Okay.
like, that's like doing New York and doing Miami.
Fire.
You know what I mean? So once I got there, it wasn't like I just stayed in one part. Like, no, I traveled through the country. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I realized I sold out both back-to-back weeks, because I stayed out there for 2 weeks. So I told them it was a 21-hour flight altogether. And then the time zone, they're the first time zone.
Right.
So I lost a day and a half going
You went
there.
backwards.
And then when I flew back, I went back in time. Like it was still the same day. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
And this was battle raps.
All battle.
This is all battle.
This
This
is battle rap.
This is maybe like 4 years ago. But when I got to that point, I was just like, yo, this is really
Took a
like
step
crazy.
back.
You know what I mean? I told them my price. They couldn't afford it. But what they did, I worked it out them. I said, look, I want the experience.
Yeah.
Y'all have a league in 2 different, the same league in 2 different areas. So how about you book me for 1 week here and 1 week there? I'll bring my price down a little bit,
Right.
and I'll get both bookings. And I know it wasn't like, no disrespect, but I know I wasn't battling like a top tier dude.
Yeah.
But I wanted the experience. I wanted to, you know what I mean, get that love and expand my fan base.
That's exposure.
So when I got out there, I landed in Brisbane. Boom. I battled out there, sold out. Fire. Everybody out there was cool. The battle rappers was cool. It was just love. And then I knew, okay, after this, they fly me down to Melbourne, and I was out there in Melbourne, and I worked on another battle. When I got out to Melbourne, yo, bro, it was already like I had my own entourage. Like, I had niggas hitting me, yo, we going to the club. Yo, what's up,
Got
Cole?
the whips
Pull up.
and
We
all
going
that.
to the studio.
You
Like,
said, "Bodega
like I,
Cole out here."
Yo, for real.
Yeah.
I showed up to the battle with more people than the dude I was battling. And I came to the battle with like prominent people. My man used to play professional ball in Australia. So he pulled his people pulled up.
with the
Them
squad.
niggas is from New York and they live out there because Melbourne is one of the illest cities
Yeah,
in the
I
world.
always
bro.
heard that.
It's
I
it's
always
the
wanted
most
to go to
livable city in the world. It's
Australia, bro.
fly. It's clean. It's lit. It's a movie out there.
Yeah,
I
that
felt at
energy.
home. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then a couple niggas I knew lived out there. I was like,
They make it even more comfortable.
yeah.
Yeah.
So once I linked with everybody, bro, I showed up to the battle feeling like the man, bro. I was like, oh yeah,
You already knew I already knew I was gonna win, but now it's just
Now?
even more.
About the
And
It's
then
home
we
base.
put on a show. We put on a show, and they went bananas, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, yo, I really battled like in the lunch tables and like
Yeah,
front of
right.
the bodega, and
Yeah.
like I used to just freestyle because we be selling drugs, and I got a little hot chocolate to keep
Yeah.
my hand warm, and I be
Right.
trying to let the day go by while we making sales.
Yeah,
And
laughing.
this shit doing this for me. I
Joking,
said, yo,
joke
this is
playing around
crazy.
raps. And now you
So
in
what-
Australia.
What was the bug that kept you in this world? You know what I mean? Because when you say that you had those 10 battles that one night and you just didn't have enough to finish the overtime.
Well, that was
at the
06.
last
I
battle. Yeah,
wasn't-
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So now you were still creating music within those 2 years.
hell yeah. I wasn't never
just
thinking
music,
about
right?
battle
Not
rap.
battle. You was already into the music
I
scene.
had a record deal.
Okay.
In like 2005, but it was a publishing deal.
Okay.
And I used to write records. So, bro, I used to be in the studio with a lot of credited people. Lupe before he was popping, Keisha Cole, like real people. Like before they were known, I was around them.
So you already
You know what I'm
had
saying?
that music bug with you.
Yeah. And I used to do all the open mics in the city. Used to run the Pyramid. Used to run with Jay Hatch. Matter of fact, my prayers out to Jay Hatch. I heard he's sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but like I used to do all that. So
Pyramid.
when people found out I battle rap, when people found out battle rap, people was bugging. People was like,
What you doing?
nigga, you had a deal. You
Yeah.
you know, like I did TV before. I did some things.
Yeah.
I never would have imagined that will open the door. Only thing I tell people from that experience is be ready so you never got to get ready.
Get ready.
You know what I mean? I put my hands on everything, and then whatever key opened whatever door, that's what I went through.
Kept going through that
And
door.
those 2 years, I honed on my skills on battles.
Yeah.
I always was still making music, but once that battle shit took off, I mean, it was so fast. It was the blink of an eye. Like,
Yeah.
next thing
That's
you know,
how-
I'm
that's
shooting
exactly
a
how I
video
felt.
in the hood, bro, and it's 200, 300 people
Yeah.
pulling up, and I got the block lit. Niggas is like, yo.
Yeah, cause like you saying, y'all was like that generation that branded yourselves and made it into the business that it is today. So you one of them that's in that, you know what I mean, Mount Rushmore, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's the reason that you are getting the opportunities that you're getting now. But
Thank
that's why I asked you about the music